Everybody seems to be interested in this Air Asia plane and its fate. Ken Jenkins is with us now, an aviation crisis consultant. Ken, working with a lot of major airlines on their emergency responses. So, Ken, how are the folks, this is another Malaysian-owned airline, how are they doing in comparison to the Malaysian folks last year, or earlier this year, actually?
Good morning. And from what I've seen so far, I think Air Asia has a very good handle on working with the families in the aftermath of Air Asia Flight 8501. The CEO has been very vocal. He's very strong. He's been very much out in front and talking with the families. They've set up very quickly their emergency operations center at the airport for the board point of the flight and the off point of the flight, which is critical. That's where families are going to go for information. Mm-hmm. They're doing their best to keep the families in a secure location, and I say secure simply because that means they're isolated somewhat by themselves so that they don't have media and other folks around them. They can have privacy, make phone calls. They have access to services like spiritual care and child care, which is very important during this time.
You spent some time after Flight 370 went down helping to comfort the families that were involved in that. What did you feel or sense was the outcome, or are you still in touch with some of these families even after this much time?
Well, no, I'm not in touch with the families. What I can share with you is I've worked a number of accidents, 12 in total, and I've worked with families specifically, assigned to them and worked with them over a period of weeks. What families want and what you're seeing here is they want information, and it's the same with MH370. They want to know what happened, and with absent information, if you don't have anything to give, like right now, Air Asia doesn't have anything to give.
Well, but I think the consensus is the plane's in the bottom of the ocean. This one is fairly simple.
Exactly. But they're still looking for where's the aircraft, tell me what's going on. So the comparison between the two is in MH370, family members didn't feel like they were getting information timely, and then they didn't feel like they were getting accurate information, which led to a lot of mistrust and additional anxiety. We haven't seen that to any degree with the Air Asia 8501. It's still short in the process, but right now it looks like Air Asia is doing a better job of saying, there is lots of information they can give. Right. They can say things, there are 12 ships out on the sea looking. There are 5 planes, 3 helicopters. We're organizing a team. That's all information that's important to the families because it shows them that something's being done. And I don't think we saw that with MH370 in terms of a cohesive response.
All right, so what do you expect in this circumstance whenever there's something that's fairly cut and dry? And I said that it went to the bottom of the sea. Sure. I don't know that, frankly, whether it did or it didn't. What are the chances that it went to the same place that 370 went?
Well, and that's the thing, we don't know. I mean, everything, of course, is, and I said we want to give accurate information, and yet what most of us are doing, and me included to some degree, is speculating. Yeah. But we're speculating on the best evidence we have, which is based on no emergency locator beacon signal, which would indicate that the plane is underwater, the trajectory of the aircraft based on the last satellite images and other information that we have, that's where most likely the aircraft is.
All right, Ken, thank you. Ken Jenkins, professional emergency manager, a lot of experience in this sort of thing. Check out his website, KenJenkinsLLC.com. Want to know more about how he works and some of these stories behind the stories, if you will.